let's get to the good part. This is part 2. So we're going to do part 2 of the stream reaction while I rest my voice for a little bit with good old Jaffe, where now Kaida's going to join the arena. Kaida's going to join the arena and have a little conversation. And not only are you going to see Jaffe be extremely disrespectful to Kaida, but you're going to see him boomer it up so bad that it makes you wonder why people aren't subscribing to him in mass. Well, gee, why isn't anybody watching his show? Why is nobody checking out his channel as much as the grifters? Gee, I wonder why. Let's see. Let's play it out. Here we go. And by the way, the entire time this happens, he has my 99-cent poop emoji super chat on his screen the entire time. And the program that he's using actually spells it out. So it says 99 cents from Hypnotic, a pile of poop with a face. The entire time. Literally. Keep in mind, this guy has a little flag in the background that looks like it was written in blood that says protect trans kids. I'll leave that for what it's worth. Here we go.
Sorry, buddy, but thank you for the super chat. Welcome my ADD brain. Absolutely. All right, let me I think we're gonna wrap it. I'll bring in Kaida and then Kuristafa to wrap it up, and then I'll get the final chats in here from you guys. So, all right, Kaida, it's Jaffe. What's up, bud?
What's going on? I got some questions for you, man.
Begin, good sir. What do you want to know?
So I've seen a few of the videos, and I wanted to add. I don't have a camera on right now because I'm gaming. So okay. I wanted to ask. So you said that people are grifters, right? People who make videos on video games that you necessarily probably just don't agree with. And then
no, I did not. Whoa. No.
I'm getting there because
but I didn't say that.
No, I'm not saying you saying that.
You just said I said that.
Okay, necessarily that's what you mean, because you said grifter is somebody that's that says or does something and they know that they're lying in order to get monetary gain.
That's exactly right. Yes.
And then you bring up the Hypnotics, you bring up the Vera Darks, you bring up all the other people who make videos who are not lying and who actually believe the stuff that they say. So how can you label them as grifters?
Because I don't know if you were watching the show when Hypnotic was on and wouldn't call in. I literally walked through his video called God of War creator David Jaffe Goes Unhinged, which is currently sitting at 16,000 views in only 3 days. So that's made him a decent amount of money. And there's about 7 likes.
No, it didn't. That video made me like maybe $70, maybe. But okay.
In there. So is that not grifting? I had Vera Dark tell me on her stream or on her video that I was saying to her, I pulled out a book on the WWE.
And again, I didn't even bring this up, but again, bro, you just started having a conversation with Kaida, and the first thing out of your mouth is how much money I made. It's like the first thing out of like, bro, you guys are so obsessed over money. It's insane.
That it didn't relate to what we were talking about, which was the Trump assassination. And I was like, no, it absolutely related to that, because the whole part of the book I was talking about was about Trump literally being buddies with Vince McMahon, who used to run the WWE, and both of them learning how to play to an audience to get them riled up and to stage things for drama, which will get them in basically eating out of the palm of your hand. But for her, it was just some book on the WWE. So, I would agree with you. Now, Asmongold, I don't watch him that much, but everything he said about my stuff, and I need to watch it again if I'm going to talk to him soon, but everything he said about my stuff, I don't agree with, but I don't think he was lying. He may have misunderstood certain things, but I need to go back and watch it. I don't know. But in those two cases, and specifically, we literally spent 20 minutes going through Hypnotic horse shit.
Yeah,
those were lies.
I was on the stream. I saw everything that you said, and I don't think that he lied at all. All he did was read the information, give it to him.
No, okay, wait a minute. Kaida, are you serious?
He talks to Kaida like he's his fucking dad. He's like, hold up, son. Wait a minute, son. Are you serious right now? Wait a minute.
I'm being serious.
I'm not going to go in. Hang on. I'm not going to go into detail with each one because I already did that. But let me just hit them outline bullet point. The very first lie he's told was the video he was playing and the quote about the 95% of the game community being decent people, but the 5% of the people being the ones that are problematic and harming games. That was not what that quote was about at all. And the article that he was reading from makes it clear that that's not. He was taking that data or that concept and grafting it on to this and saying that's what my quote was about. So that's the first lie. Is that not enough? What did you think that was?
Yeah. So how was reading off what you said a lie? That's what I'm trying to get.
That would be like, okay, here,
gamers are wrong.
I didn't say
that's or whatever you said.
Kaida, let me ask you something. Do you consider?
I love how he gets frustrated because Kaida won't stop talking, but he won't stop interrupting because he can't control the conversation. Isn't that hilarious? Like he throws his hands up in the air and he's so angry. And it's because before Kaida, everybody else would allow Jaffe to interrupt them, but Kaida's not letting him interrupt him. And so he's getting upset. He's getting frustrated. He's having a little bit of a melty melt. Look at his blood pressure going up.
Consider yourself a smart person?
Obviously.
Okay.
There's a downplaying argument. Do you consider yourself a smart person? Do you consider, like, what kind of question is that, bro?
Do you understand that? In fact, let's go to the actual article. I can't believe I got to do this. You're saying that what you're pitching to me is that Hypnotic was reading what I said and giving his opinion. How can that be a lie? Correct?
Correct.
Okay. What he was reading was an article that literally says, let me go to it. I got to see who wrote this article. It's don't go anywhere. Just bear with me because I wasn't prepared to go back to this, but I will.
Shout out to John F. Trent. Your headlines that you've been doing lately are definitely they're definitely getting the attention.
It is from a place called Fandom. Hang on. Fandom Pulse.
He acts like he doesn't know what Fandom Pulse is.
You can pull it up. I mean, it won't make you right.
It will. Well, it will make me right when it comes to this particular piece of data because there's nothing else that can be. Hang on. All right. God of War director blames YouTube grifters. Okay. So, no, that's not the one either. Where is this? Is this the one? Nope. Hang on.
Wow. Struggle. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what's happening right here, okay? Here's what's happening. And he swears he's probably so smart. But here's what's happening. He 100% already had the article. He knows exactly what to look for. What he's doing is he's stalling in his mind to try to figure out what kind of comeback he can come with when he's ready to come back with it. But until then, he's just stalling for time. But he knows what he's going to go to. He knows what he's angry at. This man knew the headline to the article through and through. He had it memorized. You mean to tell me that he didn't know how to find it? Of course he knew how to find it.
This might be it. Nope. My God, where is this thing?
Think about it. Think about it, Jaffe. Think about it. By the way, the entire time, a pile of poop with a face is on the screen. It's fantastic. I mean, you can't make this shit up. It's peak comedy.
Fandom Pulse. Okay.
You already know the window's up because there's no flashing of lights on his face. There's no flashing of lights on his face. It's you could see if you're changing windows and whatnot, you'll have a little bit of reflection. There's nothing flashing on his face.
All right, we're getting there. And they have a Twitter site. 1 second. That's what I'm going to. Sorry, fellas.
This man is stalling for time.
So while you,
hang on.
I asked you something.
No, because I want to. Just wait. Please wait.
In the video that he made.
This is the proof right here. This is the proof right here. The fact that he doesn't want Kaida to ask a question or speak is because he's trying to think in his mind of the comeback that he's going to come with this article that he's had up for about a minute and a half now. He's trying to think about it, but because Kaida is trying to speak, that's going to be too distracting, and he doesn't want to be distracted. He's simply trying to stall for time.
When he was talking about what you said, he's talking about the tweet that you put out there. So if you put out 95% of gamers,
Here it is, right
is he
here, I
not
have
supposed to interpret that if you talking about 95% of gamers?
Okay, hang on, I got it. I think I got it.
Where's the Japanese music?
Pulse make me have to.
Bro, he hasn't
read here. Okay,
changed
good.
any windows. He hasn't changed any windows. You could see it.
Okay.
It just flashed on his face right now. You see how his face went whiter? Because he brought the wind, like he had it already.
In a recent post to X, let me put this on the screen so we can all see it. Okay. Hi, I'm on the stream. You're on the stream. Okay, I think they can hear us. Okay. In a recent post to X, which they linked to, Jaffe wrote, 95% of the gaming community is great. Most people who game are delightful, but there is a vocal minority that I've had it up to here with, so this is for them. Okay.
This was the best 99 cents I've ever spent for advertising. I mean, my God. I'm getting my 99 cents worth. It's ridiculous.
Okay. So what you were saying is he is responding to this by saying, I am talking about gamers as it relates to harming other video games because they make YouTube videos. That's what he says. Are you not saying that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying?
This man is so bad at his job. He wants to say we're bad at his job, but he's so bad at his job that Kaida had an echo for the majority of their conversation, and he only figured it out towards the end.
Yeah, that's what he said in the video.
All right, let's click the recent post to X, okay? This, you can see, is responding to the Last Stand Media people because it comes from, where's Colin's thing? I'll show you. You can see my screen, right?
No, I'm watching.
Okay. So it comes from, is this the one?
Your thing's echoing, by the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry, hang on. Yeah, 1 sec. All right, hang on, Kaida. I can't hear you right now, but I'll get you back in 1 sec. All right, this is where it is, right? One listener asked, who is, let me pause it so I can bring him back in. Okay, this is where it's from. One listener asked, who's the most hated member of Last Stand Media? Colin goes on, blah, 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 blah. And then this is my response, right? 95% of this community is utterly fantastic. Seriously, was a genuine joy to connect, chat with you, blah, blah, blah. So now you could say that without this context, which clearly Hypnotic's job should be to do a little fucking research to figure out what the fuck he's talking about, you could apply anything you wanted to that. But don't you think if you're going to make a whole video about someone else's video, it probably is a good idea to understand what the fuck he was talking about? But instead, what Hypnotic did was he took a statement and applied whatever the fuck he wanted to.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about general gamers. I was talking about Colin Moriarty's audience at Last Stand Media.
But it doesn't say that in the tweet. David, it doesn't say that in the tweet, David. You can't go back and say, oh, I meant this with this tweet now that it's after the fact. It doesn't say that in the tweet, David. All it says is 95% of the gaming community is great. Most people who game are delightful. But there's a vocal minority that I've had it up to here with, so this is for them. It doesn't say, oh, this is for the people at Last Stand Media. It doesn't say that, David. It doesn't say that, sir. Why are you lying, David?
Your tweet says 95% of the gaming community, so you're not supposed to assume you're talking about the gaming community.
Not when you're making a video. Look, you're coming from a site called Fandom Pulse that literally says Jaffe admits to abusing his child. Maybe if your goal is to give your audience some truth and not grift, what you could do is when you see what's clearly an inflammatory statement is to actually...
You guys talking about the echo. It's not me. It's him. It's the stream. Kaida was echoing in the stream. Kaida told him about the echo. He was supposed to fix it, but he was too focused on being angry that he decided to keep going. So Kaida kept going, even though there was an echo.
Go, wait, what was he talking about? right?
Yeah,
I clearly
that tweet, and you respond to that tweet. He's responding to that tweet. That's not lying or grifting.
So you're not okay. So what you're saying is it's not in this case. I'll give you another lie in a minute, but in this case, it's not lying. But what it is what just bad at his job then? So you're okay that this guy takes anything on the internet, applies anything he wants to it to make it be what he wants it to be, and that's good enough for you? Don't you think he should have gone, wait a minute, let me see what Jaffe's talking about specifically? And
I didn't need to. You know what's hilarious to me? He's trying to pretend as if tying this to the Colin Moriarty tweet is going to somehow magically give his video ranting about the 5% of people in the gaming community about trans ideology and all that stuff. He's trying to make it seem like that video is going to give context. It doesn't.